Now, well-planned, safe, livable and affordable cities are still far from being realized, despite more people relocating to urban areas. According to the United Nations Human Settlement Program, achieving such cities in the world will require the right mix of land use, finance and the promotion of investment strategies that, of course, will address those inequalities between regions within countries. Here's CGTN's Daniel Arap-Moy with more on that.
More than 80% of global GDP is produced in cities, thus according to the World Bank and the United Nations estimates. But many of such cities are still too far from being recognized as a global public good amid a myriad of challenges that's mainly caused by poor planning.
As we address the sustainable development goals, we must look at what can enable that. What can enable countries in Africa and developing countries to have proper housing for their people is proper financing.
Data released by the UN Habitat for 2017-2018 period shows that climate finance for cities reached an estimated $384 billion, less than 10% of the estimated need of 4.5 to 5.4 trillion annually. Of the existing total climate finance in 2022, just 21% went towards adaptation and resilience. Only 10% of these investments reached the local level.
To address the financial gap being experienced by cities, delegates say decision makers need to recognize the importance of financing for urban development within frameworks for national development, foreign direct investment, and overseas development assistance.
So I think clarifying the need is the problem, not the funding. Because if you come to us, we would love to have proposals or partners that have a certain goal that they will achieve and they will close or even narrow a gap. So we just need a clarity for us to do more.
According to delegates, the risk of cities becoming more divided along social and economic lines remains significant. An alarming 1.6 billion people globally live in inadequate housing, of which 1 billion live in slums under highly deprived conditions, mainly in developing countries.
This dialogue calls upon us to identify, agree upon, and commit to transformative pathways for multilateral collaboration, multi-level governance, and financing mechanisms for urban development.
There are growing fears that if the gap in cities is not addressed quickly, it would substantially affect the future generation. Daniel Arap-Moy, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.